Well, hello and welcome to my channel. You know, you might have been with me previously when I did a review and unboxing of Chief O'Hara. You know, I really like this figure, and I guess I was a little dismayed that they didn't have a Gordon that was available for him, you know, so you could have your Gotham City Police Department, you know, ready to go. So I went online and I did some searching, and I found one. I found this one right here. This one is by a company associated with Shapeways. It's called Hot Cereal Toys, and it's really the only source I could find for a Gordon head. It's actually called a Grodin head, so if you're doing a search for it, it'd be a Grodin. I'll put the link down below so you can find it easily. But yeah, I put it on an FTC body, so it'd be similar to what I've got going on over here. But you know what? I don't know about you, but sometimes these bodies get loose, you know, and I've had to replace the I don't know, there are elastics in there. And what I do is I usually get some O-rings and take the body apart and replace those little rubber, I guess, elastics with an O-ring. And that really, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you how I do that. I'll be right back. Having to restring an FTC body can happen for a lot of reasons. You know, these little elastics can break, or they just become, like in this case, a little too loose. So I found the perfect replacement here is a little O-ring that has an inside diameter of about 1/2 inch. Kind of tiny little suckers. And what I have it attached to is I have it attached to some weed whacker line. I used to use wire, but what happened was that sometimes the wire would cut into the O-ring when I was pulling it through, and that seemed to cause me some problems. So I just got a length of weed whacker line and melted the end so that it's got a sharper loop. And that seems to work out pretty well. So now that I've got all the pieces together, the next thing I do is I make sure that I have my arm pieces, and I just loop them. Let's see, I think I did this wrong way. I just loop it so that this comes out from the top. And it's better to have these together, ready to go. So that's a little arrangement there. And then I simply just take this and I thread it through my body. You know, I thread it through the pelvis first, and then I thread it through the pelvis first, and then to the torso. You know, the first section is always easier. There we go. And then I almost pull it through, but not quite, because I'm going to hook up the leg. So I'm hooking up the left leg, so that means I'm going to hook up the right arm because you're just going to go across. Okay. Yeah, this is not the easiest thing to do, but this is the easiest way I've found to do it. And you can see why I use a lot of length of that line, because I want to get a good handle on it. And then I simply take the larger hook and hook it through. And then here's the other hook. This goes into the arm. I usually go from the bottom up. Seems to work out a little bit better for me. And then I just pull the line away. And I gently let it in. Give the legs a little pull just to tighten it up. You can see that's how you replace the elastics in an FTC body, so you have a nice, good, tight body now. When trying to figure out what the skin tone should be, I took a look at what I had here with O'Hara, and I also took a look at my my Bruce Wayne, and it's a very similar looking color. So I went through my paint choices, and I think this might be the color right here. This is a let's see what that is. Acadian Flesh, right? It's a layer. Now I have another one that's a little lighter. I might go with this one just because, you know, he's a little paler. This is the Kislev Flesh. don't know, but it doesn't have those pinks. I think I am going to go with this one right here, the Acadian Flesh, and apply it to my figure. So I'm just going to get, I have an old brush here. I'm just going to get a brush and I'm just going to layer on this paint tone. I might have to do a couple of coats, we'll see. This material is really porous. I was going to prime it, but since it's so porous, I thought that this would be a great base, this flesh, and then I could add some washes to it without losing that, so that it'll kind of seep into the skin and look very luminescent. Well, that's the plan anyway. So I'm just gonna try to stay away from the hair, because I really want it to be like a shocking white. Because I'm gonna use some washes, and they're gonna give me like a salt and pepper effect. And I'm going to paint the eyes, because I'm going to do a liner, and I'm going to paint them black anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just paint those. Just going to paint the entire face, flesh tone. And then let it dry and go to the next. I might do the hair. Let's see. But you can start seeing that sculpt is really cool. Looks just like him. I was online and I noticed that some people use different head sculpts for the Gordon. And they look pretty good. I mean, they're really close, but I just wanted something that was a little bit more, you know, like, I guess a dedicated head or original head. Sorry about that. Looks like I'm going to be making a mess back here behind the ears. Yeah, some washes in there are going to be really nice. I think I might use that other flesh tone as like a highlighter. And if you notice, I'm using the body as kind of my, you know, to hold the figure. It just seems to work out better for me. I have a little vise over here, you know, that I've used sometimes, but I don't know. I just like the feel of the body. It just gives me a little more control holding on to the figure. Looks like those ears are going to be tough. I guess there's no escaping getting a little bit on the hair over here in the back. I have a new white that I purchased. It's a Citadel color, so I'm really eager to try it out. I hear it's really shocking white, so we'll see. Right. Has a little HST, Hot Cereal Toys. You know what? I also picked up a Phantom head while I was there. I'm going to do the Ghost That Walks pretty soon. And the head was really cool. They also had a really neat Zorro that I was thinking about getting. I don't know, this looks a little dark. Hopefully as it dries, it'll lighten up. If not, like I said, I can use this as my base, and then I can go back and I can And I can do some highlights with that other flesh tone. Just gotta make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'll be back. Yeah, you know what? I couldn't wait for him to dry. I saw that on the back of his head, that splotch there. And I want to make sure that this paint covers it up. Yeah, it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, this is a relatively new paint that I picked up. White Scar. And it's white. It's white. You know, it's got some, I don't know, it kind of curdled or something. Let me check this out. See? Maybe I didn't put the cap back all the way. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get that ear a little bit better anyway. Make it a mess. Well, at least I know that it covers the, I can go back and paint that with the flesh. The darker colors are not a problem. It's the lighter ones on top of the darker one. You know what? I gotta figure out what this stuff is in here. See if I can pull it out. Maybe it's just on that lip. I'm gonna add some water, shake it up and see what happens. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to work around those bumps. I don't know what they are. You know, the hairline kind of disappears up here. I'm just kind of like playing it by ear. It's right about here it disappears. So I'm hoping that I get close to where it should be. I think that there's a Joe Biden head. So if you can't find one of these, because he kind of looks like Joe Biden. Just get yourself an FTC Joe Biden. And then I think he even has a gray suit. So it might be a good double. All right. You can see I cleaned up the back end a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. It's looking pretty good. Messed up there. Let me see if I can get that ear. Yeah, much better. Let's see, do I want to do the eyes right now? Those eyes are pretty dark. I don't think I need a lightener. Let me just put the whites in there. Okay, they look terrible right now, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some more of the flesh paint there to the eye. Let me see if I can get his eyebrows. Wow, his eyebrows are pretty easy. All right, I'm gonna let him dry. Well, you know what? Maybe his eyes are dry enough. Let me check. They look pretty dry. See, I just go along the lid, kind of cleans it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to add more white. I don't know. I always talk about Citadel being, you know, the best paint you can get. I don't know what happened to that one. I'm gonna have to go with my whites. I put my white here somewhere. Is this it? Yeah. I got some Apple Barrel white matte. So let me go to that for these eyes. Looks a lot better. And then I'll go back and I'll clean this eye up over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him dry, and then I'm gonna go into the next step. All right, now that he's dry, I'm gonna take this Kislev flesh, which is the lighter one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a dry brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this, I'm gonna put it on my dry brush. I'm gonna try to get rid of most of the paint. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna layer on the lighter color. This is gonna give me an effect of depth, and it's gonna lighten the areas that should naturally be lightened. I might have to redo the eyebrows though. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do the eyebrows over. Maybe part of that hair too. Okay, so don't do the eyebrows. Do the eyebrows after you do the dry brush. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's great. Not a lot to do either. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And let me go back and fix those eyes. And the eyebrows while I'm here. And touch up on the hair if it needs it. I'm back to my apple barrel paint. This one has clumps too. It just might be my climate. It's been really dry here. All right, so that's done. Let me clean my brush and I'm gonna do his eyebrows and check his eyes. If I have to lighten them up, now's the time to do it. So remember, when you guys are doing yours, wait on the eyebrows after the dry brush. I need a thinner brush. I don't know if I have a thinner brush. Oops, sorry about that. I have a whole pack here. Let me see if I have something that's thinner. Oh, I have a teeny little brush in there. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, here it is. Look at that. I got that pack at Walmart. Put a little water on it, soften it up a little bit. Sorry about the abruptness of that. Apparently I had a storage issue. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this, I've got this Gilliman's Flesh contrast. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it into all the little creases on the figure, starting with the mouth. And I guess the jowls. This is going to darken it up and make those lines a little more pronounced. Might dilute it a little bit. Gonna get it in the ears too. Might be a little too dark. Here, let me get I got my glasses. Got a little light on them so I can see a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's too dark. You can always go back. Let me use the lighter paint to paint that side. I'll cover the hole with this. I'll go back and take care of that. At least I got it fixed. And now, let me try his eyes. I have this blue. You know, were his eyes blue? Let me go check to see what color his eyes were. Be right back. Well, it looks like the internet has the eyes being very, very dark brown, so I'm going to use this one right here. I have this Rhinox hide by Citadel, so let me try that. Let me clear up a little bit here. Just going to take a little dab just to get the tip. And I'm going to start in the middle and work up. Now if you get it on the lid, it's okay, you can go back and you can paint the lid. Okay, first eye done. So get the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and fix that one. Get a little white underneath the eye. If you watch my videos, you always see me mess up on an eye. Okay, let me paint the bottom lid. I've really messed things up. Let me let him dry and I'll be back. To darken his hair, what I'm going to use is something called Nolan's oil, and it's like a wash. And I'm going to try to keep the temples a little wider. Because if I remember, his temples were very white, but the rest of his hair was kind of like salt and pepper. And you want to dilute it. Don't use as much as I'm using. I always use too much wash. Oops, sorry, I wasn't on camera. You know what I think I might do? I might use the wash all over the hair, including the temples, and just go back and dry brush the temples. I might have to clean up too about the ears here. On the neck where it's leaking. You know, maybe I should have used gray. Might have been easier. All right, let me let that dry and see how it looks. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit where it got into the flesh. Be right back. I'm gonna go through and I'm going to do some highlights. That wash just did not behave the way I wanted it to. I'm hoping I can just like do some line work here and get it to something I'm happy with. Actually, that's looking pretty good. I might just save this guy after all. I'm going to start here at the scalp and push back. Give it kind of like a natural. Hairline. I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to clean that up. Look at black is everywhere. I guess just paint them gray. That'd probably be the easiest thing. Really wanted a salt and peppery looking effect. I may have to edit that out. Well, that's not what I wanted. I'm hoping when I put the top of the head looks terrible. I'm hoping that when I put the clear coat on there, it kind of smooths things out. Smooths things out. Oh. What do you think? Let me go ahead and clean up the flesh where I have those black marks. But I think that's about it. Let me go ahead and get him dressed. I'm going to spray that clear coat on him, clean him up a little bit, and hopefully I can. I'll be right back. Well, I think Hot Cereal Toys has a winner here. This head sculpt is just amazing. It's just very detailed. You know, I also ordered a Phantom the Ghost Who Walks from them as well, and I'm really excited about putting that together as well. You know, the clothes came from Classic TV Toys. You know, that's a gray suit that I used along with a black tie and a white shirt. The shoes, however, I got from a Candyman figure that I had taken apart and used the trench coat for something else. But yeah, really happy with my Commissioner Gordon. You know, he's that piece that I was missing from my my Batman collection, and I've actually picked up some additional pieces. I'll probably show them off soon. Well, thanks for sharing your time with me. I had a really great time putting this guy together. It was fun. So until next time, stay safe, be cool, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye now.